Following massive logistic challenges in Nigeria's last month's presidential elections, the country's elected body INEC has managed to augment its preparations for the governorship elections. Now, despite the smooth conduct of the polls, concerns were raised amid low voter turnout in some areas. Here's more details of that in this report.
With the logistics challenges that characterized the presidential election weeks ago, Nigeria's election regulator, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had pledged to do things differently in this election. And indeed, the electoral body substantially lived up to its words. In most places, election officials and materials arrived at polling stations in good time.
Like the 25th of February elections, where we had many reports of late arrival at polling stations. For today's election, we had a relatively marked improvement in terms of arrival at polling stations.
And unlike in the last election where there were glitches with the accreditation of voters which slowed down the process, this time things moved relatively faster.
I just got here about 10 minutes ago and I just walked in and voted and I'm done. So I guess it's much better than the last time. That's why I actually came late, because the last time for the presidential I came very early and I wasted almost like 3 hours before I could vote.
While the election has been largely peaceful, there have been pockets of violence in some places. Turnout in these elections was expected to be high, but reports from most of the states said otherwise. Even in Lagos, which has the highest number of registered voters, the turnout from most of the polling stations we visited was far from impressive.
Our people have this attitude that, we want to know, we are only interested in who becomes the president, Immediately the presidential election comes and goes, people are no longer interested. The enthusiasm of coming out to vote wanes.